Hey.
What's up? I'm Juan.
Nice to see you, Juan.
All right, we got your favorite here. Awesome, dude. Here we are at your gym, huh?
Yeah, it's Ultimate Fitness, downtown Sacramento. 17th and I. Got the pro practice going right now. We've got looks like 30 plus guys out there getting ready to throw down.
Yeah, it's looking pretty full. I was checking a look. I was like, man. And I came earlier, and they said it was just as crowded earlier. So it's always happening here, huh?
Yeah, we've got about 6 years now with this gym, and it's got a great reputation. The pro class is pretty large, but the general classes are kind of what the meat of the memberships are about here.
Nice. Yeah, I love it. I love how everyone's getting into the sports, really getting pumped up.
Yeah.
You were, well, you don't know this, but you were actually like, I used to love watching. I still love watching you fight. You're so exciting, and you're down, and I like your attitude and your style. So, you know, you're obviously a pro, and you've done it all, but now I heard you're actually starting to work more with like the amateurs and up-and-coming people. Tell me about that.
Well, I'm still doing my career, but we actually founded a new website called MMA Draft, Phil Davis and myself, and it's all about the amateurs. We're basically looking at guys that are just about to turn pro, you know, international and national level wrestlers, jiu-jitsu players, boxers, kickboxers, mixed martial artists, in addition to following the young kids that are just getting started, kind of building a matrix of how you get into the sport and have success and hold different guys on a pedestal and things like that. So it's exciting, man. It's something new and different. Something needs to happen.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, like you said, you're getting them small. I mean, what do you think about mixed martial arts as it is now? I mean, kids now that are training are learning way different than. And you originally started with wrestling, right?
I was a wrestler. I did a little traditional taekwondo when I was in the second or third grade. You know, all my favorite movies were the action movies with Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris and Van Damme. So I had a little bit of that back in the day, and then I started wrestling in the 8th grade all the way through college and started from there. So, you know, I'm a mixed martial artist.
Nice. How'd you transition? How'd you get into, like, what was your first fight? How'd that go?
You know, it was in 2003 for my first fight, and I had a friend that had just graduated UC Santa Barbara, Tyrone Glover, and he sold me a ticket to go watch him fight, and I knew I was going to do it. You know, it was still legal in California. It was on Indian casinos. I fought out in Calusa Casino. It was just tight. I mean, the fans were right up to the cage. It was loud. There was beer sloshing everywhere, and like toothless people in the crowd. And here I am, fresh out of college, and just decided to take a fight. But you know, things changed a lot after that. I kept on the sport, and the sport kept growing and changing, and just never really stopped. It's been 9 years.
Nice. Yeah, I remember I used to watch it in the WC, right?
Yeah.
It was so exciting. I used to love watching it. But that's crazy. So you went into the first time, you're like, oh, I'm hooked, dude.
Yeah.
was it the toothless person that hooked you, or is it just all the action?
You know what? I'd always, I mean, like I said, I've been a fan of fighting and mixed martial arts since I can remember, and everything that you know lent to my confidence. I just felt like it was a sport made for me, and I didn't want to stop. You know, it was cool. I had all my buddies in the crowd. I had my dad in the crowd. And it just felt good, felt right.
How was it the first time you actually felt that? Like when you were in the first match, did you just like zone out? Were you just in there?
I did a little bit, you know. It was went into instinct mode, and I was actually fighting another guy who was a wrestler but had been training mixed martial arts, and I came out throwing punches first, and I just remember it was only a minute and a half, and I was like, man, I wish it was a little bit longer.
You're like, I want some more.
Yeah, I want some more.
Man, yeah, it's hot in here. It's hot in this gym. You got all the pros. I'm sweating over here. It's just, I mean, I should just come to this gym just to sit here and interview, and then I'll lose my weight.
Lose a couple pounds.
It's like a little sauna. Awesome. So you got. So what is this, Torque going on?
Yeah, Torque is our brand, and I teamed up with Scott James. He's the founder and the previous owner of BSN. He sold that and has moved into the clothing industry. We're going to do equipment. We've got mats that we do with Gullimer, and basically kind of all sorts of different aspects of mixed martial arts that we're going to be covering. But
awesome.
Clothing, apparel right now, we're working on developing some real top-notch stuff to help the fighters stay safe when they train.
Yeah, and I like the style. I mean, I heard you talking earlier with Ralph, and we were talking about like different styles and stuff.
Right.
You know, our style is different. Your style is different. It's different than.
Yeah, I love that. I love the brand, man.
Yeah.
Fight Logic, super cool. It's the kind of stuff we need in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, like it's different than what what it was going to and stuff like that. That's good. So what's going on next? Coming up in some of your future endeavors?
Well, first and foremost, I'm fighting. I think February 2nd or February 23rd is what they're talking about. They've been throwing around a couple different opponents. Nothing's for sure yet, but I'm just training. I've got a little couple stitches in my eye right now for Monday, and I just got cleared from my ribs.
Oh,
so
nice.
I've been just training, doing the best I can with all the little injuries.
So you get down in your training, obviously, if you got cut and broke the ribs, huh?
Yeah, we try to train smart, but you can't avoid everything. Monday I was going with Chad Mendez, who has a huge fight coming up. He's fighting Harak Diaz, or Hakron Diaz, I think.
It's always hard to pronounce.
Yeah, he's fighting in Australia, and it's coming up pretty quick here. So I was helping him get ready, and I shot him on a double, and he was throwing a push kick and just busted my eye open with a knee. So yeah, we got quite a few guys getting ready to rumble. John Kofer, originally out of Georgia, he's here. He's getting ready to fight, and about 30 other guys that are prepping for something.
Well, awesome. All right, well, thanks so much.
Hey, my pleasure, man.
Next time you're in San Jose, come visit us in the studio.
I'd love to.
Check out Fight Logic in the studio, and thanks for hanging out with us. And, check out his website, Torque, and buy some gear.
Torque1.net. You can check out UriahFaber.com. It's got links to all this stuff. MMAdraft.com. If you're an amateur looking to get some exposure and find out the best route to blow up, check us out. And thank you, Fight Logic. You guys are great, man.
All right, we're out. Keep watching.
Guys, this is Uriah Faber, the California Kid. You're watching Fight Logic TV.
All right. Welcome, everybody. This is Juan. We're at Fight Logic TV. Here we're at Uriah Faber's fitness gym here in Sacramento, California. And who are we here with?
Hi, my name is Paul Michael Sabala. I'm a MMA fighter in training right now, trying to become part of the Team Alpha Male. But right now, I'm just working with the team.
All right, awesome. Now, if you can tell, you guys probably can't tell, under that Fight Logic attire that he's wearing is probably about 5 pounds of sweat, because you were just working out hard right now, man.
I was actually working out with our heavyweight and a couple of our light heavyweights, and I probably lost about 5 to 6 pounds of weight this morning.
Good, yeah. I mean, that's pretty intense training. I mean, you guys are doing everything. You're rolling around, running, jumping on each other's backs. It was sparring. This looked like some real sparring right there.
Yeah, it is. I don't know about other gyms, but I know about our gym. When we come in here to either knock you out or get off our mat. We don't want to be able to go in the cage and feel overpowered. We come in here to evolve and work every aspect of the game.
Now, I think that's great because, you're true. You don't want to, if all you do is just, here, let me just, here.
Yeah, pity patter.
This time I'm going to do you. Then at the end of the day, do you learn anything? Do you feel anything? Are you going to really feel what it's like in the ring,
exactly,
in the cage? No.
We want to be able to just be ready. We don't want to be surprised when we walk into that cage or the ring.
So, tell us about how you started. How'd you first get involved in the sport?
I was living in Modesto, and I was looking up some Gracie gyms. Then I moved back to Sac, and ended up going to Team Carnage for a little bit. Worked out with them, and then there's always a dream of mine to meet Uriah and, train with Uriah's team. And one day I just walked in here, signed up, and 6 months later, I busted my ass off to train with the team.
Nice.
And never been knocked out before in any kind of fight until I stepped foot on the mat. As soon as I stepped on the Alpha Male mat, my bells are ringing.
Okay, so all right, so never knocked out, nothing like that. As soon as you walk in here, boom.
As soon as I walk on an Alpha Male team, man, it's just like you're putting your dues in.
Yeah.
So simple.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, like I was saying earlier, we saw the training, we saw what they were doing. So you started, when did you start? How long ago did you start?
Probably close to 3 years ago now.
Oh, nice.
I've been here for almost 2 years. I work and train here.
Oh, great.
So this is actually my home away from home. I'm here anywhere from 9 to 12 hours a day.
Wow, that's good. But hey, at the end of the day, you know, it's just like college, right?
It's just
go
like
to
college.
school, you stay there and you learn and you go all day. Here you're staying there and learn. And what
That's
better
right.
training than with Uriah Faber
That's
and the
right.
team out for camp.
Yeah.
So what do you expect to be doing soon? I mean, now you're going to be getting an amateur. You're still an amateur, yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm actually having my second amateur fight coming up. Art of War, Jamestown, California. My opponent's a boxer, which is great. I love standing up. I see myself probably for the rest of this year doing amateur. I don't have a solid background in jiu-jitsu or wrestling, so I want to have a solid background in MMA.
Yeah, and that's good. I mean, like we were talking on the side with some people, and also with Uriah. The new MMA, the new person coming along. You know, we got the 4-year-old, 5-year-olds that are learning MMA.
Starting out young, yeah.
They're not. I'm just Taekwondo. I'm not Kung Fu. I'm MMA.
Everything, mixed martial arts.
Yeah,
man.
so it's good for you to learn all that mixed martial arts, learn everything, and learn all the fundamentals before you do get into the ring as a professional.
Definitely. It helps you inside and outside of the ring. I find that my composure, my likability is much more escalated outside of the gym now.
So that's what I was going to ask you next. Is so tell us how do you feel now that you've been doing it? You're basically living your dream. I mean, you set goals, and now your goals are getting there one by one.
I'm a young man. I was raised by my mother, so I had only a female presence around me. So one of those guys who just wanted to get married and have a good career, and I am actually engaged to a great woman, and I have my career evolving right now, and it's just amazing. It feels like everything's slowly coming. And I can't really say where later it's going to take me. My team always tells me, worry about now, worry about what's wrong with your game, what's wrong with your life. This is a lifestyle. This isn't something you just do on the weekends.
Right? If you want to be successful, just like anything else you're successful in life, you got to really put your 110% into
That's
it. And
right.
it sounds like, 9 to 12 hours a day. It sounds like you're really putting into, what you have to do. And that's good. And I commend you on that. So what do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
5 years, hopefully I'm one of the known pros on Team Alpha now, and just a champion, hopefully.
Oh yeah, well keep that, keep doing it, keep the hunger, and I'm sure I'll be interviewing you 5 years from now, but you'll be the champion.
Sure.
That'll be awesome, dude.
Holding strap, baby.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you very much
Thank
again.
you.
So we're going to bring out actually some of your coaches, some of your teams, some of the people that help you become.
Some of my senseis.
Yes. All right. So we'll be right back. Let's talk to them in a few seconds.
Hey guys, I'm Paul Michael Sabala here with Fight Logic TV. Wanted to give a big shout out to Danny Last Call Castillo. He's always pushing me to work harder, never lets me give up. He's always telling me to push, and get better. Here's Danny right now.
Thanks. It's awesome to see Mike work so hard and to see his hard work pay off. He's improving every day, and I'm excited for his pro debut. He's got some time in the gym with training, and he's doing everything that he needs to be doing right. And, it's only a matter of time before he turns pro and has some success at the pro level.
Thank you guys. Hey guys, I'm Maniac Mike here, Fight Logic TV. I'm here at Money Mendez, the Mamba, and Dr. Doom. These guys right here, look out for me. These are my senseis. I just wanted to give a big shout out to them and, rep them a little bit. We got Money Mendez right here. You have a fight coming up, man. How you feeling?
Yeah, feeling great, man. It's December 14th. It'll be in Australia. The camp's gone great. Everything's coming together about 2 weeks out. So, weight's good, right on track. So I'm excited to get on that scale, make weight, and fight. So it's coming up.
Yeah, man, good luck. Thank you for always
thanks,
working with me, man.
Appreciate it.
We got Mamba right here. He has a fight coming up too, West Coast, baby. He's one of the guys that first started training with me.
Yep.
So, man, how you feeling? What's going on with you?
I'm good, man. I've just been training, working on my grappling, working on my weaknesses. I'm going to do this tournament this Saturday. I'm fighting January 18th for West Coast Fighting Championships. Tony Juarez is my opponent, and I look to run through that dude and, do my thing. But in the meantime, I'm going to work on getting better and helping this dude get better, and my teammates here.
Thank you, Mamba. Thank you.
For sure, all day.
Well, we got the Doom right here. He's coming up on his 5th fight. West Coast too, possibly. So how you feeling, man? How you doing?
Oh man, feeling great. Just trying to get better every day. You know, work on my weaknesses. Can't wait to get back in there and fight. And everybody, check out Maniac Mike here, dude. He's about to take over the amateur scene and soon the pro scene.
Nice. Thank you, guys. I'd like to give a big shout out. These are my favorite guys. These are my team. It's my family and my brothers. I love you guys. Fight Logic TV.
Team Alpha Male all day.
All right, welcome back to Fight Logic TV here. Who do we got here?
Chad Mendes.
That's right, baby. Chad Mendes, Superstar Supreme. So, what's going on? You got a fight coming up?
I do. It's December 14th. Actually going to be the 15th in Australia. It's a day ahead there, so gonna have to figure out how to get used to the time change when I get over there. But you know, I'm excited. I've been to Australia before. I went for Benavidez's fight, cornered him there, and it's a cool place to go.
Yeah, it's always a trip when I hear people like, oh, we're a day ahead. I'm like, you going back to the future? When you coming back? Like, you go back forward?
You actually do. It's pretty crazy. I remember coming back and you're all screwed up for like a week. But
how did that feel? Was it like?
Like I said, it takes some time to get used to. I go out about 5 days before, so it usually takes me about 4 days until I'm starting to feel normal, which is pretty good because it's right before. But I think the biggest thing is just trying to get used to your diet, because food's a little bit different. Not too bad, but it's not like going to Brazil. When I went to Brazil, food was completely different. Had to, you know, scrounge for, you know, the healthy things and trying to find things that I need for my diet. But Australia is not too bad. It's pretty much the same as here in America. But
you bring something up right there, you're training, so you're always putting your body in through your routine, eating what you want. So how difficult is that for a fighter that's going out there and doesn't know what to eat?
Yeah, it can be tough, man. Like I said, Brazil was like a perfect example. Food is completely different over there. So luckily I had Fabio Prado, our jiu-jitsu coach. He's from there, so he knew where everything was, and I just told him, I want this, chicken, vegetables, whatever, and he'd go out and find it and get it for me. So I would have been lost without him, but that would have been tough for sure.
You in Brazil would have taken you over.
Yeah.
You were like, ah.
Oh yeah.
So when you're off of training, do you tend to eat just the same healthy?
Yeah, I pretty much eat the same all the time. Don't get me wrong, I'll have an In-N-Out burger from time to time. I love In-N-Out, but yeah, I definitely try to eat clean all the time. But
so how long have you been in the sport?
I've been in fighting in mixed martial arts for about 4 years now, but I started wrestling when I was 5 years old. So I mean, I've been competing at something my whole life.
So you started at a young age, so getting into it and getting involved, it was pretty just natural.
Yeah, I mean, the day after I graduated from college, I just threw all my stuff in the U-Haul and moved up here and just started training the next day. So.
Oh wow! And where are you originally from?
Hanford is where I'm from.
Oh nice.
The Valley, like near Fresno.
Yeah, that's where my godson lives in Hanford.
Oh cool.
I like Hanford.
Yeah.
The Air Force Base, pretty chill there.
Cowtown, yeah.
Yeah, so you're like, all Republicans, all the signs on I was over there. But
smells like cow poop.
They have a Walmart.
Yeah.
So you just said, I'm done, packed everything in, you came right here?
Yeah, I mean, I had known, I think it was my sophomore year. Actually, it was the first summer of my college career. I went, my coach at Cal Poly put on a 6-week wrestling camp every summer, and Uriah was one of the instructors there, and obviously we were too because we were part of Cal Poly. So Uriah was training for like his 4th fight or something. He had a fight in a couple weeks, and he was rolling jiu-jitsu with some of the wrestling. He kept hurting everyone, so no one wanted to work out with him, and he needed to get some rolls in. So I was like, I'll go with you. And obviously he kicked the crap out of me, but I kind of fell in love with it. Then I was like, man, this is pretty cool. I want to get into this after I'm done with college. He's like, I think you'll be good. He's like, finish your career, try and win that NCAA title, and I'll have a spot for you up here in Sacramento. So I took him up and moved into his house for the first year I was here until I got some money and could get my own place, and it's all history.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. And I could tell here it's like most gyms and camps, it's very family oriented.
Yeah.
It's like you become part of the family. So it was just natural to jump in there and get involved.
Yeah.
Like that.
I think it's got to be that family orientation kind of that atmosphere here. I mean, if you got a team that's not like that and everyone's kind of bumping heads, no one's going to be successf's everyone's got to kind of help each other out, and like you said, just got to be a family.
Nice, dude. So what are you doing differently now? What was the first thing that made you change? Like when you were like, okay, I'm getting into this new sport. What was the first thing you started learning? Stand up.
Yeah, the stand-up was probably the most difficult part, just because, I mean, my whole life I've been down in a wrestling stance. I've been
hunched over. I've been taught to, keep my knees bent, never stand up straight. And then you get into the stand-up, and they're like, don't slouch, keep your head up, chin down. It's just completely different. So that was probably the hardest part of it. But we got great teammates and great coaches here at in Sacramento. So.
Yeah, I was watching you guys train. It was cool because you were like, I was saying, you look like Planet of the Apes when you were doing the, like you were doing the
bear crawl.
Yeah, the bear crawl. But you were fast and you were low. You're like, boom, boom, boom.
That's the wrestling.
That's the wrestling,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
been doing that since I was a little kid.
Well, awesome. So everyone check him out on December 14th. He's going to be battling, and he's going to be in Australia, but he's going to be good. He's going to be there 5 days in advance. He's going to be eating healthy, and he's going to come back champ, right?
That's right.
He's going to win that fight.
Oh, yeah.
All right, awesome. This is Fight Logic TV. You are Chad Mendez and Scott the Bay Love. All right, talk to you later.
What's up, guys? Chad Money Mendez here, and you're watching Fight Logic TV.
Welcome back to Fight Logic TV. Here we are in Sac at Uriah's gym, and this is awesome, man. We're meeting all the pros. We're talking to all these awesome fighters, finding out a little bit about everything. So, who are we here with right now?
TJ Dillashaw.
All right, how you doing, TJ?
Doing good, man.
Nice. So, what brings you down here today?
I'm just watching the training today. I'm injured, so I help out coaching with some of the guys, and put in as much as I can, helping out.
Yeah. See, that's what I was. I was just talking to Mike and I was talking to Chad, and we were talking about how it's a family affair here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We hold each other accountable. If we don't have training partners, we're not gonna make each other any better. So everyone's fight camps are different times. But we just got to get in here, and so that's the good thing about our camp is that we don't really have a fight camp. We just train all the time. We don't have downtime.
Yeah, that's good. Now that's awesome because it keeps you guys on your toes, right?
Absolutely, man.
And because even though you're injured, you can still come down here. You're helping out. You're still checking out. You're like, oh, I can pick that up. I can do that.
Oh, for sure.
So how'd you first get into the sport?
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
I started wrestling when I was 8 years old. Went all the way through college. Uriah actually tried recruiting me to wrestle at UC Davis, and I went to Cal State Fullerton instead. But as soon as I graduated college, I felt like I wasn't done competing. Didn't know what I really wanted to do. I didn't want to go back to school or get a real job, So Uriah invited me up to start training, and I gave myself a year to see if I was going to be any good at it. And the rest is history, man.
Now that's that you bring up an interesting point. You've been doing it since 8 years old. You've been competing. People do. You pick up something when you're young, you fall in love with it, and it's just hard to give it. It's like I don't want to put it away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's awesome that you're like I didn't put it away.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you got look at what you're doing now.
Yeah, for sure. I wasn't sure at first. Like I knew I was a tough kid, and I had a good wrestling background, and like I said, I gave myself a year to see if I can catch on to everything, and if I felt like I was going to make it somewhere, then I would stick with the sport.
Nice. So talk about your first match, or how did it feel your first time you got into a cage?
I was pretty nervous, obviously. I've competed, so being nervous is normal. But, I've never obviously been in a sanctioned fight and, a cage locked behind me. So it was pretty intense. I was nervous, but it went well.
Yes.
It was
So
fun.
so you're saying, you've been in, competition and stuff, but the cage, when it closed, it was just like a total different monster environment?
Oh, yeah, it's completely different, obviously wrestling is a one-on-one sport, so all the eyes are on you. It's the same thing. You get nervous of it, but not in a fist fight.
Yeah.
You're not trying to really hurt someone else and everyone watch it,
Yeah, so talk about how was it the first time you hit someone and the first time you got hit? Like the first time you felt it, like there in the ring or just in training in general?
Oh, I don't know. It wasn't too bad. I guess getting hit's a little overrated. For me at least, I felt like it was, your adrenaline's going. You don't really feel it, and you want to be the best, and so you don't really worry about it.
And it's crazy though because you don't. While you're doing it, you don't tend to feel it. Unless you get knocked out or you break an arm or something, you don't tend to feel it. But when you're done with it, you're just like so high.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
then you're used to being banged up and injured. The thing is, every fighter's fighting injured. Not everyone's fighting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
When you're hurt, you sit out. But you always go into a fight with little injuries. You just got to be able to tough through them.
So most like so you bring something up. So most people are they go in there, they have some sort of injury. They're not hurt, but they've got some sort of injury.
Yeah, absolutely. You got something nagging you. You got the bruise, or you just got cut not too long ago, or strained your ankle or your knee, whatever. The sport's tough. Man.
Yeah, it's just watching people train and being involved and seeing everything. It's definitely a tough sport. But that's why you're so tough, though, right? So what do you plan on doing after you get healed up and everything? What's next in the agenda?
Shoot, I don't really know. It's not really up to me. It's hard. I always tell them whenever I'm ready, I want to fight. I'm just staying in as best shape as possible right now, doing as much training as I can, slowly getting back into it. as soon as I'm cleared to go full goes, then, I want to get a fight.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Like you said, hey, it's, if you get injured and then leave, or you don't participate in staying with your family and being involved in this, it's quickly easy. You become double cheeseburger in a belly like this.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, thanks for hanging out and talking and giving us the time today. Appreciate it, and look forward to checking them out in the future. You got a Facebook or something that people can check you out?
Yes, Facebook's TJ Dillashaw, same as my Twitter.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
No problem, man. Thank you.
All right, keep watching Fight Logic TV.
I'm TJ Dillashaw, and I'm watching Fight Logic TV.
What's up, guys? Chad Money Mendez here, and you're watching Fight Logic TV.